Well, I did not expect to be talking about this stuff because it's just kind of weird to be talking about a corporation and a lot of people is definitely talking about this stuff too. But at some point, I don't just want to include this to just any Hoyo first game. Though definitely I titled it as probably Hoyo First is ruining their game because they are essentially doing that. And we have to see about all the other games that has been passed through. Honkai Impact, it was an amazing game at the very beginning, and then it became fallen off. Why is that? Because of power creep, because of Hoyo First himself. Because they release a character that power crept other characters, and now they need to put more bullet sponges into the game that basically older characters cannot defeat unless you have the newer character that could do more damage. It's that simple. They are literally ruining their game by themselves. Remember when they added the triple wombo combo of Kiana, Mei, and Bronya into Honkai Impact? Back then, that did the most damage, and now it's absolutely dog shit. So, why is this so? Like, is it only applicable to Hoyo first? I don't think so, but I think Hoyo first has made a lot of bad decisions that we can regard them as a, well, as a figure that we should look at when something bad is going to happen to a gacha game. And I don't mean with you should uninstall the game now. No, definitely not. I think I'll just keep playing Honkai Star Rail till I get the Fate collab, because I also have FOMO. Just so you know, I also have FOMO. But in the end, what are we doing? I also quit Genshin, and I'm probably going to uninstall it today because I've been holding on to it in slight hope. But the more I thought about it, the more I wonder, why do I still have it? It just sit there using 100 gigabytes of my space. What am I doing with it? Absolutely nothing. And my turning point was essentially the event where you could build your own domain, if people still remember that. I am the creator of the Mission Impossible series. Not very popular, but in terms, it was a very difficult map that I made, and a lot of people have failed it. I love to see that they are actually trying. And then I read this comment when I posted my last domain map in Discord, and I got this one comment from a guy telling me it's kinda fucked up how Hoyo first just doesn't give a fuck about people that put so much effort in to the game like me back then. In those days, I honestly was super naive. I don't know what he meant, and I was like, I played the game, right? So it doesn't even matter. Like, I enjoyed it. And then I kind of found out what he meant with those sentences couple years later. And it was the harsh truth of what's basically the thing that keep Hoyofers from ruining their game. Well, not keep. Hoyofers keep repeating this one mistake to ruin the game. And speaking about that one thing, I think it's the most important thing in the game is disregarding the effort that the player has put into it. And I loved it. I love those maps that I made. Those series were pure dedication. I spent hours and hours trying to clear my own map so I could watch everyone else suffer and laugh as the villain. It was amazing till the event ended. And then I realized it will never come back. Those maps that I made are deleted right out of the system. There's nothing I could do. And then I looked deeper. I began thinking. And then you realize something. Those artifacts that you grinded, those characters that you built, eventually they all fall out of the meta. Then you keep on thinking, why should I pull for a new character? When you know that someday they will be replaced. Again and again. Of course, there are some like Bennett that will keep staying inside the game because it's a relevant actual support, and if you power creep that would be too overpowered. But in the end, what did we do? Why did we spend so many hours to grind for something just to let it be taken away by the passing time and the decision of the game developers? Right now, the huge drama is Honkai Star Rail introducing Castris with global revive passive. Sounds absolutely broken and at the same time amazing. It circumvents the system. And what do we think of skills that circumvents the system? Yeah, it becomes meta. And they will create more characters like that to, well, I guess to squeeze the money out of you. But at the same time, you can't just save for whatever. It's your own decision. But just so you know, those characters will also eventually fall out of the meta. I think what made Honkai Star Rail really fucked up really is just the element, honestly. I played from 1.0 till the end of 1.0, and I just didn't want to play any further, so I took a break, then came back, and then I found something out. I came back during, I think, 3.0, and I still haven't explored Penacony. And I went in there and I cleared some stages, and I was looking at myself. I was like, damn. This system, this break bar, is actually a threat to the game. Because remember when they put out Silverwolf? Silverwolf kind of did circumvent the system. Because if you did not break the bar, it would basically make the stage a lot harder. Initially, I thought that the game would be fully okay without breaking the bar. That's what I thought. But if you don't break that stupid little shield of them, you deal way less damage than normal. It's like grabbing you by the neck and saying, you should use this system, you should do this, you should do that. Like there's absolutely no creativity around that stuff. So, what the fuck is going on? Why do they keep doing this? Making a meta out of a game system and make it a paid wall or a must pull wall behind it. And I am afraid that Hoyo is going to be the figure of all gacha games. Because Hoyo is quite big, right? So they have a lot of influence. When people see this game and makes another gacha game, they can make the same predatory practices onto another game. It's going to ruin gacha itself, not even just a game. In the end, Everybody plays what they like. But in this term, I think that there is something to discuss about. Still, don't get me wrong. My opinions are my opinions. You can have your own opinion. But to me, this is just sad. It's just sad to see that a game that you poured your love, your dedication into it, just getting lost by a stupid decision that will happen every goddamn update. From the very beginning, I already knew that stupid bar in Honkai Star Rail will be the downfall of Honkai Star Rail itself. From the beginning, I knew that Genshin Impact with Spiral Abyss is going to kill Genshin Impact. From the beginning, I fucking knew that power creep is insanely bad in Hoyo First games. And I still played it. I don't mean to say that people playing Hoyo First game are stupid or whatever, retarded. I don't really think so. But in the end, if you don't see what those practices are that they are trying to implement, then you are missing something. In the end, Hoyo First is not going to look at us. Not in the West. They only care about the Chinese community and the ones that spend a lot of money for them. And I'm afraid that most of the games I like is going to fall into these predatory practices. And I really pray that a lot of games won't fall for it. For example, Zenless Zone Zero, they did say they want the game to be a on and off game that you just log in once every, I don't know, goddamn month to just play it a little bit and then to log off again for several months. I pray that they are staying true to their words. Because from every goddamn game I've seen for Hoyo First, they always find a way to mess it up. Every time. Every update in 1.0 of Hoyo First games has been so much fun. It has been so much dedication that I found inside the game. But why in the end must it always be ruined? What are they gaining from this? Well, I guess money. But is it all about the money that we care about? Like, do we play this game to spend money? Honestly, it's up to you. But I care about this game for being fun. I care about these games for having given me a great time. But I just realized that my effort that got put into this game will just fade away like a breeze of wind putting out a stupid little candle. It hurts seeing all those effort be drained. I mean, of course, it sounds kind of weird to be hurt over a game, but for a lot of people who put their dedication and time into this, their lifespan spent for the happiness they could gain from running away from reality. Because that's essentially what gamers are. They are disappointed. Well, that's at least the stage we are in right now. Everything that has to do with games has something to do with predatory practices to get a lot of money, or they have to do with politics. God damn. And speaking about politics, That was supposed to be today's video, and we were supposed to talk about Helldivers, but sadly, this caught my attention. That's why we are speaking about this right now and discussing it. I think it's very good to openly discuss this kind of stuff because essentially, games are games, and we gamers love to discuss about it. Ain't that right? So in the next one, we will discuss about Helldivers. So stay tuned. Maybe I'll put out a video next week, but this week I don't think I will. I've been disappointed for quite a lot. I hope that you'll have a great day beside this little down-ish video. But I hope that you guys will still have fun playing games. And I hope that everyone will be happy again.